It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS AM 1160, 101.1 FM. Well, usually when we have Jeff Wacker in the studio, he's here by himself, but he actually does have friends. Yeah. And we're all amazed by that. Join us on Facebook Live right now to meet them. Jeff, who'd you bring with you today?
I brought two of our ensemble directors. I brought the director of the Indiana Community Band, which is Dr. Jason Warsbit. He is the bassoon professor over at IUP and the assistant director of bands. And I brought Kaywan Kopko. She is our Crimson Youth Choir director. She did that last year, and she's back again for this year. It's hard to believe that you can reach sort of a beloved status in 1 year, but she did it.
She managed to do that. Wow. Jeff must really need something from you. All right, so
we'll get you everywhere.
Jeff, give us the outline here. The Community Music School is getting set for a new term, just like everybody else at IUP.
Like everything else, it's ramping up. Public school, IUP, everybody's. It's fall. We're coming back. We actually start a week after IUP. I've discovered that if you try to start the same week as IUP, it's just too much. So we start a week after, which works out to be Tuesday, September 4th. That's right after the Labor Day weekend. And we just go great guns all the way through December, concerts, lessons. It's a really great semester.
That's right. So this year we're learning about children's choirs or youth choirs and bassoons. Those are the only things offered by Community Music School, right?
Just a couple things more than that.
Maybe a few more things, like every other instrument on the
That's right. I wanted to just actually give you a couple of fun changes, interesting changes. First, on our Indiana Community Choir. That's been directed now for years by John Eric Schreiber out of Pittsburgh. He is taking a 1-semester sabbatical. But we have a substitute who's coming in for the fall. I think people in this area know him. Mr. Scott Salser is going to be directing that choir. Looking forward to a fabulous fall. He's given me a list of pieces he's going to do, which are favorites of his from 35 years of teaching. So it's going to be a fabulous time to be in that choir. So I would encourage people, if you've ever wanted to sing under Scott Salser, this is your opportunity.
A lot of people have. And you know, as a youth choir coordinator, director, that he's really top of the line, isn't he?
He really is so great. I've really enjoyed getting to work with him this past year at IUP, yeah. All right. So I know the community will really embrace him this semester.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, well, while we have you on the microphone, let's talk about the Crimson Youth Choir.
I am so excited about it because just a year ago when I started, the registration was $100 to be a part of the choir. And last semester we had a really great grant to be able to scholarship those students. So after talking with Jeff, this semester we are reducing the registration by 50%. So students can really just participate for $50 for the entire semester. So we're really, really excited about giving them that opportunity. Yeah. We had 13 starting in the year, and we ended with 53 by the end of last year. So we just want to build on that momentum. And I just think it's a great opportunity for students from 6 to 18 that are still in high school, for example, to come together, get to meet other singers from other schools, not just the ones from their own school, and have a great way to end their week because it's on a Friday evening just for 45 minutes to come in and learn how to sing. Because I know sometimes people ask, how old can students begin to take voice lessons? And we don't really want them to get into full structured voice lessons until a little bit later. So when they are, especially in the younger years, it's a great way to just sing and learn how to sing properly and have that camaraderie and community. And then after all of that, we just have so much fun. I mean, we have so much fun. We have a night dedicated to just games, and we're dressed in pajamas and we watch movies together just so that they can have a safe place to be. And the great performance for us at the end of the semester is getting to perform with the IUP college choirs at our Home for the Holidays concert at the first weekend of December. So for these youth singers, it's really great to have the opportunity to sing with college students on the same stage at Fisher Auditorium and to get to be conducted by Dr. Dennison, Dr. Beacon. It's just a really great opportunity that they might not ever get to have unless they came and sang with us.
There you go. There you go. Jeff's going to tell us how to become involved with that too.
You just simply go to the website and you can register through the online registration form. It's quick. It's easy. I get an email that says, hey, I have a student who'd like to be a member of the choir. And I put you in touch with K1. There is an audition. It's not an audition to get into the ensemble. It's just an audition to hear the person sing, kind of know whether to best place them in the younger choir, the older choir. That's all the audition is about. And they just contact Kwan through the website. Her email is on there. Quick and easy. And I can tell you that at only $50 for the semester, it's a little over $3 a week.
Yeah.
That's all it is for this kind of excitement, fun, and expertise.
There you go. And you get to wear your pajamas at some point.
Yes, absolutely.
It can't be bad.
You won't see me there, sorry.
All right. Now, there is a rumor that in order to play the bassoon, you have to have the lung capacity of a marathoner. We're going to dispel that rumor right now, aren't we?
Well, I can say I wish I had the body of a marathoner, but
Wacker does.
that's true. He does. And I may recruit him to play bassoon yet.
There you go. There you go.
So it's been a lot of fun to be a part of the Indiana Concert Band for the last several years. If for no other reason, I'm a product of Indiana County. I went to high school at Marion Center High School back in the late 80s and did my undergraduate at IUP. So it's a real treat to come back and make music in this community. Again, I'm starting my 21st year on the faculty. So it's been wonderful to be part of this ensemble. And the cool thing is, I think when I take a look at the membership of the ensemble, it's really pretty remarkable. In our ensemble, you can find an emergency room director. You can find one of my former high school science teachers. You can find retired faculty. You can find current graduate students from several departments across IUP. We've had engineers. We've had artists. We have current IUP students. So it's a real mix of the community. I mean, you can see when we call it a community band, it's a community band because you have folks from all walks of life that still love playing their instrument. And that I think is one of the messages of the community music school, is that music is one of these things that you can do throughout your life.
Yeah.
And it continues to provide enrichment, for people at all ages. And it's something that you can do for a long, long time. So, I would encourage those of you listening, if you have a clarinet that's collecting some dust in a closet, or if you have a trombone someplace in your attic, get it out, dust it off, come on down to Cogswell Hall. We would love to see you.
Mm-hmm. Get your lip back.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
That should be our new slogan, find your lip.
Find your lip back. I like that. We should that goes on a t-shirt.
That's good. It's hiding somewhere. We need to get that lip back.
I like it.
But that's the kind of spirit that the Community Music School engenders, is the fact that, by golly, you get back in touch with who you once were a little bit, and maybe you've forgotten that aspect of your life, and now's the time to get in touch with it again. It's
almost like traveling in time. It's any time. I can still remember, the first time I played bass clarinet back in the 7th grade, when I could open up the case. I still remember what the case looked like and what it smelled like. I can remember all the tarnish on the keys. I can remember, all the velvet that was originally inside the case that had been ripped away after being used for 20 years. It's a really good way to get to keep in touch with what you did as you were younger. And it's great. And the members, we have a good time. I mean, that's another thing I think we need to talk about, is that, the folks that do this, we like hanging out together. Mm-hmm. And it's just a really, really fun time, and it's a real privilege to be involved with it.
Do you ever wear pajamas while you're doing this? Maybe in home rehearsals.
No, but maybe after this visit this morning, I'm going to be inspired to buy some.
Jeff Community Music School, of course, is as I said, it's so varied and is so wide in its scope. And practically any instrument can be taught, and vocal as well.
Sure, any instrument. And I can mention, too, our Music Together class. That's for newborns through age 5, our early childhood movement and music. We're actually moving that this year. Instead of doing it on Saturday mornings on a weekend, because it always seemed like there was a lot of conflicts for people. Sure. Weekends are busy. A lot of successful Music Together classes happen in the evenings and late afternoons. So we're going to move that to Tuesday from 5:30 to 6:15. Same person is teaching, our licensed director, Candace Bolger. So that's still happening. It's just going to happen at a slightly different time. And of course, you mentioned all the lessons. All the instruments, we teach them all. Even ukulele, even bagpipes, all the primary brass and woodwind instruments, voice, piano, guitar. We do it all.
Do it all. and top-notch instructors. We're talking the top of the line.
Very much. All of our teaching apprentices, those are our undergraduate music students, they cannot teach unless they are recommended by their major professor. And the major professors are very careful and very picky about who they put into the community music school, who they feel is ready to teach. So right from there, that's a bargain, a $12.50 30-minute lesson.
Yeah.
That is a bargain with someone who's close to being a graduated music educator out in the public schools. And then our teaching artists, such as Kay Wan, already a degree in music, whether it's a bachelor's or a master's. She's starting her second year as a graduate student, and she already has, I think, 15, 16 years of teaching experience coming from Virginia, taking choirs to the White House. So we have got some really talented instructors, directors. You just can't go wrong.
Yeah, really sounds like it. So
Yeah.
give the contact information again. Somebody wants to get involved, and we're talking anybody who wants to play an instrument, learn to sing as part of a group, whatever it happens to be. What do they need to do?
All they need to do is get on the website, iup.edu/communitymusic, and contact information there. They can also email community-music@iup.edu, and I'll get that email. Or they can call me at the number that's listed on the poster, on all the brochure, the website. Happy to talk to anybody about their questions.
I bet you there's a lot of old high school folks who remember singing with Scott Salser's various groups, because he has all kinds of ensembles. I bet you there are a lot of
Absolutely.
people there saying, I finally get a chance to get back and sing with Mr. Salser. I got to do that.
I think there's going to be a lot of those, and people who maybe never quite had that opportunity as an elective, but they'd really like that opportunity now. So it's the perfect time to do it. So I would just encourage people, have a great semester under all three of these directors, whether it's youth choir, your band instrument, your voice. It's a great time.
It really is. All right. Thank you all for coming in today, and thank you for finding the right door, because sometimes that can be a challenge.
Do you have time for a 10-second plug?
10 seconds.
Okay, 10 seconds is, I would like to wish my wife a happy anniversary, because as of today, she's put up with me for 31 years.
31 years as Mrs. Wacker.
As Mrs. Dr. Wacker,
And Mrs.
who
Dr.
teaches
Wacker.
flute at IUP, and happy anniversary to her.
Indeed. And from all of us, too.